What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are definitely in spring. It's about 56 degrees out. It was 70 degrees out the other day, and it's been absolutely beautiful. Little windy here and there, but you know, I guess that holds true to March coming in like a lion and out like a lamb. So since we've reached the temperatures, the soil has actually reached on average about 54 to 56 degrees for the past week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tend to the grass and get some much needed yard work done, get it prepped for the summertime, get down that pre-emergent, throw down some Milorganite. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the leaf blower out. I'm going to blow the whole thing out, get anything that's matted down or anything from the snowstorms. I'm going to get it up or off out of the grass. I actually already had some assistance from my daughter this week, and she has conveniently piled up some piles of sticks, so I'm gonna get rid of them. I've got the Milorganite and the pre-emergent in the truck, so I'll get that out. So let's get this work going. Okay, so now that we got all the sticks picked up, the backyard's been blown off, the front yard's been blown off, it's time to throw down some pre-emergent as well as the Milorganite. I use the Lesco brand. I like it much better than the Scots. I use the Scots. I don't know if maybe I threw down something unevenly, but I felt like it didn't treat as even as the Lesco brand does for me. But that's my own personal preference. It's got dimension, crabgrass, pre-emergent, plus the fertilizer. I really don't like to do plus the fertilizer. I like to do just the pre-emergent by itself, but I also do throw down the Milorganite as well, which I have had nothing but success. I mean, this thing really turns it green, especially right in the beginning of that May stretch right there, and it really punches it right back to life. It's got the 19 nitrogen, 0 phosphate, and 7 potash. And this is the 640, so it's got potash in here. 2,500 square feet in one of these bags, 13,000 square feet in the Lesco bag. This is about 11,000 square feet in the backyard here, and then each side of the front yard is about 4,900 square feet on each side, so you're almost at 10,000 in the front. I typically will do 1 bag in the back, and then I usually put down about a bag in the front and just split it halfway through. I keep notes on how I distribute them every year, as well as the setting on which I put it on the spreader over here, just so that I stay consistent and I can constantly regulate if I need to go up a little bit more, bring it down a little bit more, and make sure I get a nice even spread on everything. I actually use the Lawn Mastery app by the Lawn Care Nut. I think it's been phenomenal. I take photos in the journal, and I update it all the time, and it's really worked out quite well. So we're gonna throw some of this stuff down and get this wrapped up. So we're gonna dump this whole bag right up in here. So I do the fertilizer on a number 8 setting. This is a Chapman spreader, which I got from Tractor Supply Co. It's been very nice. The only thing I don't like about it is the stand on the back. When you're pushing it forward, it's almost level. So if you hit a bump or anything, it's, you know, it racks and scrapes the bottom of the stand, of the kickstand part on the back. So I'll probably cut that off with a Sawzall eventually, and then just put some plugs on it, just so it has a little bit more of a tilt when you're pushing forward. Because when this thing gets heavy, or you're pushing it up slightly uphill a little bit, it kind of kicks around, and it's a little tough to get it rolling. But I keep this on a number 8 setting with the fertilizer, and then I go down to a number 4 setting for the Milorganite, because it's much finer. You can see obviously this has got some big chunks, but it does get a good even spread on the number 8 setting. So we're gonna throw this down, and then we'll jump over to the Milorganite. Well, something happened with my Chapman spreader. Something sounds like the sprockets in the below on the axle are not engaging, or maybe something shifted. So luckily I got this Scott's Basic broadcast spreader that I used to use originally. So we did the fertilizer. We're gonna jump over to the Milorganite, and we're gonna get that down as well. As you can see, the Milorganite is much finer than the fertilizer, or the pre-emergent. So we'll turn that dial down, and we'll get this all spread out. Well, that about wraps it up. We blew off all the sticks and the leaves from the winter, put down the pre-emergent, and we threw down the Milorganite. If you see at the end there, I had a little trouble with my other spreader. The handle snapped off. It's really old, so I kind of rigged something up So I'm not exactly sure how even of a spread I got on that front section of the lawn, but we're gonna figure it out. Hopefully it was all right. If anything, I can put some more down. I do have a little bit of extra. We're gonna get some assistance from Mother Nature up in the forecast. She's gonna drop some rain down in the next couple of nights. In about 2 weeks, we're gonna be doing our first treatment of the grub preventative, so that we don't have any issues with the grubs. I did have 2 years ago, I had a really bad issue with it. Doing this preventative maintenance from them has been phenomenal and really kept the turf in the front responsive really well. So if you like this content, follow for more, leave a comment, subscribe. We appreciate it, and I hope to see you on the next one.